Has got tongues wagging. Executive Order number 1 of 2020, issued in January and revised in May this year, captures several changes that have been made in the organization of government. This includes the cabinet secretaries who have either been sacked or had their dockets changed, as well as the position of Chief of Defense Forces, formerly held by General Samson Modere, that has since changed. What has got Kenyans debating, however, is what seems to be the abolishing of the presidency, being replaced with the term executive office of the president and putting the office of the deputy president underneath it. We want to try and understand this a bit more, and we bring in the Senator of Makueni and lawyer Mutula Kilonzo Jr. Thank you, Mheshimiwa, for joining us tonight. Now, legal pundits have been debating this, especially on social media, many of them saying that the office, the presidency, has been abolished. What do you understand by that executive order? What does this mean? We seem to be having a problem with the connection to the Senator. Senator, if you can hear me, what do you understand of that executive order? What does it mean?
The executive order, particularly part 1, which I think is what has been misinterpreted, is exactly on all fours with the Constitution. The deputy president falls under the executive president and is the assistant of the president and acts on instructions of the president. So what this executive order has done is restate the principles of the presidency in terms of how it looks in the Constitution. If you look at the other parts where overall policy and direction of leadership, cabinet, chair of cabinet, which is the president is simply reiterating the principles that he is the boss and everybody else falls under him. And he is not restating something that is new, it's in the Constitution.
Executive Order of 2018, it denoted the term presidency. This one does not, getting tongues wagging. Do you think the presidency, the collective term or situation, has been abolished, in your opinion?
I think the word presidency was used very loosely because it's not a term that is known in law. It was political, because there's nothing called the presidency. It gives the impression as if the presidency is something that somebody is holding with another person. You can only have one president. And I think this is how the clashes in the Jubilee government have happened, because of the misconstruction of the word presidency. There can only be one president at a time, one executive at a time. And therefore, I think this has come at a good time when the president is consolidating his team, so that they understand that they all fall under him, irrespective of how they came into office and irrespective of his coalition with his friends and the ones who joined Jubilee or merged to become Jubilee coalition.
Ask if this is constitutional, but you seem to have answered that by saying that the term presidency has been used very loosely. But I'll still ask you that, is this constitutional?
This document?
Yes.
This document is, I've said at the beginning, on all fours with the Constitution of Kenya. The president is the chair, is the head of state, is the head of government. The deputy president is the principal assistant of the president and acts on instructions of the president. This is what the Constitution says. Any other document or any other term that was used before, as I've said, has been used loosely. It was loose. This is the correct position, and this is what should have been there initially.
Okay, so do the political ramifications outweigh the legal ones?
The political ramifications are the legal interpretation. I think the president was misunderstood, and in this one he's simply saying, I am the boss. And if you do not like this structure, then you have to either quit or cope. It's that simple.
All right. Many thanks for that. That's Makueni Senator and lawyer Mutula Kilonzo putting perspective on this Executive Order number 1 of 2020, which is still the basis of our big question discussion tonight. We ask you, what do you make of the executive order and its likely implications on governance, especially are the top two leaders, the offices of the President and Deputy President. Tell us what you think. Text us your opinion to our studio line 22155. We shall be sampling your texts. You can tweet us as well. Join this conversation online at Ben_Kitili, KTN News KE. The hashtag to use is KTN Prime.